for sending a correct challenge and being in early. You got to be in early. Well, you don't have to be, but your chances of getting a game increase. So Kamaris 8, I hope you're here. This is Lichess Plays. This is essentially a weekly event at this point that Lichess puts on, where I'm playing viewers on the official lichess.org Twitch. Playing viewers. And I just heard myself, so that means it's working. All right. Hello, Duffman. Greetings. Good afternoon to you. Does not look like Kamaris 8 is here, so we're going to have to abort this game. Sorry, Kamaris. Can always get back in the queue later. We got 75 challenges. All right, 3+0. We're good. Can I make it an entire session without playing the wrong time control? I would say it's highly doubtful. I would bet against myself, and I would bet heavily against myself in that instance. Jost is the opponent here. Playing the Alpine Sicilian. Let's play b6 on move 2. This is sometimes a variation I try. Hey, K Buckby. Good to see some viewers from my channel tuning in here. Duffman, did you get some sleep last night? You were watching my stream at like 2 or 3 in the morning your time. Possibly even later. I don't remember what time it was in the UK. But good to see Duffman. Good to see K Buckby. Greetings to everyone. Looks like we got some viewers rolling in here. Almost 100 viewers. I'm sure more to come. Okay, Meta. 3+1 is not bad, but I would redo your challenge if I were you. It's not going to hurt your place in line because it's random anyways. So cancel that challenge, send me a 3+0, and we're all good, buddy. Hello, known as anyone. Greetings to Steakhead Chess, another viewer of my channel. Great to see you. All right, let's go here. This bishop's undefended, so I'd like to make some sort of discovery against it, but I don't see anything great at the moment. Let's play h6. Now, if this were Crazy House, white could put a knight on d6 if they had it. Crazy House or Bug House. And that would be checkmate. So, hence, I have to watch out for plans like this. Okay, I would have played bishop h4 there if I were white to keep that pin. I think this helps my development. I'm going to be able to castle a little more easily now. So let's do that. Hello, Propia Persona. Greetings, Fipsinator. Hello, Honglak as well. All right, what now? Knight a5, maybe. d5 comes to mind. d6. Kind of like d6 the best. I feel like I should open the middle of the board, so let's do it. Yes, I am, casual player. In the process of moving. I'll be here a little while longer, but mid-June-ish, I'll be transitioning to the new place. Same state, though. I'm just moving into Minneapolis. Oh, well, thanks for tuning in, Honglok. Okay, offering a queen trade. Let's go ahead and capture. Now, I can play this and maybe go take this pawn. Just wonder about some sort of rook d1 type move. I think that's okay. Let's do it. Yeah, these two pawns are extremely weak. Double isolated. Hopefully they're dropping off. Can we send a rated challenge? Yes, you can. Yep, I don't mind. I think the Nightbot challenge that it auto-generates, you can see right there, is a casual game. But I don't mind playing rated. So if you want a shot at my rating, go right ahead. Some username? No, I didn't get a challenge from you yet. Or if I did, I haven't accepted it. Hey Shirag, I'm doing well. Yeah, shout out to all the viewers on Twitch. I think we're on YouTube as well, so shout out to the YouTube viewers. I don't monitor the YouTube chat while I'm streaming, but don't worry, I haven't forgot about you. All right, so we're looking good here. Let's play bishop d4. Just converting this position. Go for the pin. Greetings, El Rostador and Floyd Akash. Hello. Take that rook, and we'll take this pawn. Milyansky asks, John, I'm a 1600 Lichess Blitz player and won 2 opponents that were over 2000 rated using the Scandi. Just wanted you to know. Greetings from Serbia. Okay, great to hear that. Congratulations on those victories. Serbia, I would love to visit Serbia someday. I have a good chess friend, good friend in general who lives there. Okay, and Jost resigns. Thanks for the game, Jost. Yeah, you got a little overextended with those pawns. Again, if I were to pinpoint a move that made things easier for me, probably this bishop takes e7 move, because I was able to unwind my development here when you took. I would have played bishop h4 if I were you, and actually I like your position if you play that. So thank you for the game. We are over 100 challenges now. Oh, look who it is. Look who the cat dragged in. Greetings, Duff Man. Oh, well, that's how we're going to play, huh? Okay, I didn't know that. Well, let's try to reciprocate. Let's get it on. Let's see how well we can improvise. Hey, Duffman, we got an early Bongcloud today. All right, that's rather cowardly. I'll leave my king in the center a little bit longer. Maybe it'll be a useful piece sitting there, huh? Get him, Duffman, says Diffuser. Hello, Diffuser. Alright, we gotta retreat. We don't want bishop g5 bothering our development. Hello, Sudahide. That's just a piece I've had back here for a long time. And it's actually a trophy. I won it in a tournament. It's a trophy from the 2015 Minnesota Open. Fun fact. Oh, he castled by hand. Look at this guy. He managed to castle by hand. So, yeah, that piece has just been a fixture of my streams. And there's also a queen as well. But the queen is hidden right now. Because I've been moving house, so I put those pieces away for a little while. Now they're back out again. I will be taking them to the new place. Okay, knight d4 seems like a good move here. Hit the queen, hit the knight. We're trying to hunt down Duffman's king. We want to open that diagonal. Maybe f5 coming? f5, rook f8. Yeah, let's do it. This seems to conform well to that light square bishop. Maybe Duffman will play f3. Something a little passive. We'll see. I'm thinking some full siege to his pawn structure, maybe. No, he plays rook e1. Alright, well, I'll take this. I don't know, Duffman. This looks a little shaky for you. This is a weakness. This is a weakness. Maybe rook f8 to start? Let's do that. I like the fact that this knight can't easily enter the action. Its squares are taken away. Maybe this is okay for him still, but we'll see how he plays it. c3. Okay. Further opening of the position. Take, queen c5 maybe? Maybe queen c5 right away. Let's do that. Hit the bishop. No, I have not yet, Sukure. Yeah, it's a kind of a long process. Oh, Duffman. Duffman, I hate to say it, but you may need to rewatch Chess Fundamentals #1, Undefended Pieces. You know I love you, buddy. Okay, that's a little harsh. I've dropped pieces as well, plenty of times in Blitz. I'm probably gonna, drop pieces today. Yeah, good game, Duffman. I think your mistake was playing King E1. That was a cowardly move. Too defensive. Too defensive. If you're gonna play the Bongcloud, you gotta play it properly. At least keep the king here. Maybe even venture out here and here. Okay, thanks, Duffman. Cers is next. Good luck, Cers. Is this the 3-0? It is. Let's do it. Yeah, Duffman's a good sport. All right, Caro-Kann. Let's go. I'll play the advanced variation. Play this h4 line. Idea e6, g4. So, if black knows not to play e6, they'll probably play h6 or h5. Those are the two best moves. Good. h6. Let's continue expanding. Now, the best move here is supposed to be bishop d7, which looks a little awkward, but the point is, if you retreat the bishop to where Ceres did, it allows for this e6 move, which I do think is annoying. I'm going to try to put a knight here, and especially look to trade the light square bishops, because that's going to create some problems around black's king. You'll play the crab in honor of Duffman. Okay, a4, c4. Hello, Deakin. Yeah, I have not watched those videos, but knowing Anish, I'm sure they're quite detailed. Yeah, I think you're talking about his Sicilian course. I've heard great things about it. I would suggest go reading some reviews. Ooh, are we going to see some sort of smothered mate? Not quite, but this is definitely quite good for me. We're going to, at minimum, pick up the rook in the corner. Ooh, if only there were, let's say, a rook on c8. We could get an epic smothered mate. But doesn't look like it's going to happen. Yeah. We're going to have to settle for the banal win of the rook in the corner. You're looking for Bongcloud theory books? Well, might I suggest the original PDF available online from the BM himself, Lenny. If you Google Lenny, Lenny, and Bongcloud, you'll have plenty of reading material. Actually, no, sorry. Lenny is one of the Bongcloud practitioners. Actually by BM Andrew Fabro, I think, is the author. Fabro or Fabro, we're not sure. Yeah, Sirius Sanal corrected me. He knows his Bongcloud theory. Now, if knight takes, I can take here with check. So will Ceres establish the triple isolated pawn formation? He does. Okay. Let's play bishop e3. If queen takes c2, rook c1. Got to watch the alignment here. Good evening, Vince. I'll be playing for 2 hours. Anglo. All right. Probably time to castle now. Not in a hurry to get this knight out. I think it's fine. Oh, you know what would have been... Oh, no, my rook wasn't there yet. But now I could try this move. This should be a clever little idea. It's a little ticky-tack, though. But the point is, if black takes it, we have knight f7. Let's maybe go knight f7 first, though. Dimitri, you can send me a challenge. There's a command for it. Here, let me do it. It's ! challenge. That's what you need to send on Lichess. Or you can just click that link that Nightbot just put up there. All right, let's just step over. King b1, often a useful move in these situations, just to make sure that these pawns are all defended, especially this one. All right, g5. Let's take this one. Go for the pin. Threaten c4. Never play king b1. Oh, always play king b1. I was going to say, yeah, king b1 is generally a pretty useful move. Oh, thank you, Rob. Glad you like the Chess Fundamentals series. Oh, good move here by black. Yeah, so pinning my pawn. I think if I play f3, though, this is looking good. Knight c3 would be really nice for black if it wasn't pinned. Oh, I actually didn't see that that move was possible. Good spot by Ceres. That pawn was double attacked. Okay, let's go here now. Could I say quack once? I guess I just did. Would I ever make a poker fundamentals? Ooh, well, I do have poker experience, but not nearly enough I would feel to be qualified for that. Oh, I gotta hurry. 21 seconds. Yeah, I used to play a lot of poker back in the day. As did a lot of chess players, to be honest, and still do, to a large extent. I know a ton of chess-playing poker players, vice versa. Okay, Sarsa's been playing this well despite being down a lot of material. He's really holding on here quite well. He's pretty fast, too, I can tell. No stalemate. No whammy, no stalemate. Where's my checkmate? Okay, I couldn't find it, but we flagged them. Good game, Sirs. Yeah, that opening saw you down a rook pretty quickly, but again, you played that pretty well, I think, in a difficult position. Avoiding major tactical mistakes. Even got me with rook takes c4. I didn't see that that was a threat. Yeah, 25 knight c3 would be nice, but it was illegal. Remember, that knight is pinned. So that is the problem, Sirius. And as I mentioned in game, like, yeah, this is a tactic you'd love to land as black, but there's a pin going on here. All right, good game. Thanks for the game, Sirius. Benjamin Gibson is up next, 1919. Let's do this. Oh, I should probably make a move. I'm like waiting for the game to start. Let's play a gambit. Blackmar-Diemer, anyone? Anyone play this gambit? I usually play on the black side of this gambit, but not necessarily the white side. Okay, c5. I feel like against that I should play d5. You play it, Chess XQC? Cool. Let's play here. Okay, now I see potential difficulties for black. If this bishop takes, there's a capture here. This feels good. This feels like, at minimum, I'm going to win my pawn back with a pretty healthy position. 3+1, exact. I would have lost that bet on myself. Or no, I would have won that bet, actually, on myself. I definitely did not go the entire stream and only play 3+0 games. Alright, so we're going to get a queen trade here. Bit boring, but the structure is pretty healthy for me, so I don't mind this. Maybe here, attack this, maybe try to force black to play an awkward move. Scandi players hate facing it. I don't know about that. I would disagree, actually. I don't mind facing this opening. The thing about this line, too, so if you take a look at this position here, black isn't forced to take the pawn by any means. If you're a Caro-Kann player, you can play c6. If you're a French defense player, you can play e6 if you want to keep it in your wheelhouse. Even though capturing is, for sure, the best thing to do. Those are options. All right, let's keep the knight on board. Knight e6 was also looking fine. I'm going to maneuver a little bit. I think I want knight c4 in. This looks a bit defensive, but there are pawn targets in black's position. Have I studied the Gubinsky-Meltz-Bronstein variation? That's a mouthful. Are you talking about the queen d6 Scandinavian? Hello, Ozturk. No, I've been doing, I think I've done 3 of these streams before, so this might be the 4th. It's been a blast. Nobody has defeated me yet. Let it be known. And I say that because I want to encourage you guys. Someone needs to knock me off. Even for a draw. I'm winning too many games here in these Lichess Plays streams. Some username says yes, but with a6. I'm aware of that variation, and I know that's a common idea in that line, but no, I don't play it too much myself. The queen d6 complex, that is. Can be pretty complicated. That is, I think, the most complicated variation in the Scandi. Okay, what to do from here? Bishop e3 is obvious, but knight d5 is going to be the answer. More than likely, let's go rook d1. If he plays the knight here or here, I can play f3. Okay, goes here. This hits my knight. So I guess I'll pivot this back. The Hello Sar trap. Okay. Let's take that. All right, I'll bring this here. There's some potentially weak squares that we could be working with here, but although I feel a little bit more comfortable than my opponent, I think, I don't believe this is a massive advantage for white. It's a slight advantage, if anything. Greetings to John Bartholomew, or Bartholomew in the chat. Yeah, I told that story on stream one time that my 4th grade teacher nicknamed me John Bartholomew. And to my 4th grade class, that was one of the most hilarious things in the world. I didn't actually throw up in class or anything to justify it, but he was really good at coming up with clever nicknames. That's messed up for a 4th grade teacher, says Diffuser. He was a great teacher, I gotta say. We loved it. I mean, if you're a elementary school kid, especially like a boy, who's like used to these like gross jokes were just in at that time, you love that. It's from Spaceballs, is it? Oh, that's a great movie. Ooh, okay. This rook's a little overloaded, right? Rook takes d8. Let's be quick about this. Go win the pawn. And if take takes, I might win this guy too. We'll see what happens. He's got to be careful where he steps. King d5, rook d1. He's probably going to go here. King f5. Should I take it? I think I will. It allows rook b8, but I feel like this pawn is the most important thing. Let's actually just defend the c2 pawn. Play Nachmanson? I might be able to do that. That's a possibility. Knight b4, I think I'll play king c3. I like the look of this. It's probably just wins, because rook takes c2, we take the knight. Knight takes here, he's going to get his knight trapped in the corner. Now, unlikely that I'll be able to stop this pawn. Okay, so this turned out to be a pretty strategic game. Thanks for the game, Benjamin. Yeah, I think the opening was a little bit better for me. I was able to inflict this weakness on black. In typical fashion, even though I was playing a gambit, it turned out to be a strategic game. But I think Benjamin played pretty well. Maybe around here you start to lose the thread a little bit, Benjamin. I suspect somewhere in this vicinity you could play it a little bit better, but it is tough with these guys being kind of weak. So thanks for the game. On to the next challenge. All right, let's play b3 on move 1. Pavlik, good luck. What does the losing the thread of a game mean? Meaning that you just start to drift a little bit and start to play suboptimal moves. Not necessarily one big blunder, but a gradual downtrend in your position. Hello, John. What does it take for an expert level player to reach 2200 ELO? I would say about 200 rating points. But seriously, that's a pretty broad question, right? You're going to have to improve almost every aspect of your game, most likely. I don't think there's anything I'm going to pinpoint or any great wisdom I'm going to be able to impart there that's You're going to say, aha, that's what I'm missing from my game. But I know when I was around 2000, working towards 2200, I mean, I was a kid. I was, let's say, 13, 14 years old. I think starting to spend more time on openings and the associated early middle games, doing more database work. This was back in like the early 2000s, let's say. But that's something that helped me personally, but your mileage may vary. That's a very broad statement. Okay, this is starting to look dangerous for my opponent. There's these two bishops, these Lasker bishops pointed at the enemy king. I've got a rook on g1 opposite the king. There's a lot of attacking firepower. I could see some sort of blow coming here. I say Lasker bishops because there's this famous game, Lasker versus Bauer, played in the 1880s, I think 1889, where Lasker executed the Lasker double bishop sacrifice. Now, how do I cash in here? Do I just play knight h7? Because if takes, there's rook takes g7. So that's... I don't know, though. It feels like there should be some brutal way to play this. I mean, bishop h7 also comes to mind. There's some knight takes e6 ideas lurking. Man. A lot of options here. I don't know. I'm not looking at chat because this is one of these tactical positions someone might spoil. I don't have a whole lot of time, though. Oh, can I take and then rook takes g7? That would be disgusting. I gotta try this. I don't know if this works, but it feels spectacular. It feels like something I should do. So the main point of this is if takes, I take here queen g4 using the pin, and king f7 is met by queen g6 mate. And I think if king h8, I can get my queen closer again because of this pin. I think this is going to be mate. Yeah, I'm going to mate him on h7. We'll just waltz right in. Woo! Okay. Yeah, thank you for the game, Pavlik. It's the power of those bishops right there. Yeah, thank you for your kind words. Good sport there. Let me show you guys what I was calculating. So if king h6, this is mate. Again, knight takes g4 is impossible because of this. And if king h8, again, due to the power of the pin the whole way, it doesn't matter if he steps here or here. Let's say king here. This is actually mate in 1. So I don't even need to go queen g6 in that case. King g8, though, this would be a huge blunder because of takes. So here I would need to do this, and that is mate. That's kind of rare to see the two bishops where they're side by side towards the enemy king, but you're not actually sacrificing one of them. They're just purely used in the attack as a pinning mechanism to get the pieces closer. Is that the best move? I don't want to spend too much time on analysis when we got a lot of games to play, but yeah, the engine verifies it. Knight takes e6. Best move right there. Boom. Yeah, too much attacking firepower in the mix. This is forced checkmate. King h8 prolongs the game the most, but yeah, the cover for the black king has been stripped away. Just as a general comment here, Pavlik, if you're watching, and for many of you, so when I play g4, I mean, this is a pretty speculative attack by me. But black playing h6 makes things worse for black because when I play g5 coming up, and I talk about this a lot in my videos, you see how that creates 2 points of contact? I'm hitting 2 things. That means something is going to open up no matter what. Black cannot keep the position closed, and they want to keep the position closed around their king. So it would have been better for black to avoid touching any of the pawns here, continue developing. The engine even wants to grab this pawn, but I mean, I would personally maybe gravitate towards something like c5, and then try to meet g5 with something like that. Keep these pawns back so it's harder for white to make contact and open the position. Sorry, Taranga, begging is not going to get you anywhere. I am beholden to the random challenge algorithm. But thanks again for the game, Pavlik. That was a pretty fun game. I'm looking back at the chat. I want to see if anyone called that move. Killer Stapler said king e2. Chess XQC said h4, h5. Okay, nobody called knight takes e6. That's good. The chat is not spoiling anything. Imagine if he randomly matched him after that. Yeah. That's what my Lichess messages look like, by the way. If I click into my inbox, this is true of almost every chess platform. I would say a good 70 to 80% of the messages are people just begging me to play. You are Taranga, okay. All right, so bishop g4, aggressive. I'm going to castle. Queen b3 is also kind of tempting, but I feel a little bit better castling first. Imagine Magnus's inbox. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay, queen d7. So he's kind of indicating he's going to castle this way. Let's play knight d5. Let's see if we can go after this bishop, perhaps. Thanks, Joel. There are 158 challenges right now. Knight f6. All right, so definitely can take that knight if I want. Could take the bishop on b4. I don't know. I'm not super happy with either one. I think I'm going to take the bishop. Because I feel like if I take this, he's going to castle this way and maybe use the g-file against me. So let's capture the bishop instead. See what happens. Is there anyone whose inbox I spam with requests to play? No. I can't say that I've done that, Kaluth. Hello to you, by the way. That said, Magnus, if you wanna play, I'll spam your inbox. Let's play queen b3. Hit the knight. Some pressure here, but mostly trying to hit the knight. If the knight moves, maybe I'll play queen takes b7. We'll see. How is the weather where you live? Hot. It's been hot lately and extremely humid. Collab between me and Eric Rosen. That'd be fun, yeah. John, what happened to the guy you messaged asking why he blundered? Oh, good call, Richter's neighbor. I kind of forgot about that. That's from last stream. The last time I did Lichess plays. I don't know. I don't think he wrote me back, but I'll have to check. How was the chess puzzle video with Magnus? You know, I've had the pleasure of recording with Magnus a couple times. And it's, I mean, needless to say, almost. It's amazing. It's a dream come true. Let's play d5. I think for Magnus, the big thing is if he's comfortable working with someone for, you know, a period of time longer than, let's say, your average quick interview. So the first time we recorded, I think it was sort of a little bit of a feeling out thing. I'll play this in-between move, by the way. If queen g4 looks dangerous, but I have queen takes f3. So we did a quick little segment on the book 100 Endgames You Must Know, having Magnus take the 100 Endgames quiz. And that's on my channel if you're curious. It was a fun video. And that was a relatively quick thing. It was like a 30, 40, 45-minute thing. And that was at the Tata Steel tournament in January of 2020. And I think that was sort of a warm-up. Then we recorded even more material, more video material for Chessable. And that was where I got to spend several days with Magnus off and on. I mean, he's a busy guy, so he was doing other things. But several days recording. I think we did something like 15 hours of total recording. Just him and me in a studio, him talking about his games. And what an experience. I will remember that forever, needless to say. So he's really a breath of fresh air as far as like analyzing in chess. Okay, this could be a cool mate. Rook takes b2, queen takes f7. Oh, we still might get it. Look at this. Get a little pin going on. Check. There we go. Nice pattern right there. But I say that not because he's the best player in the world and the world champion. Thank you, Chess Yes, by the way, for the game. I would recommend, Chess Yes, that you look into this variation. Knight f6 is the move here. Check out my video, Know Your Joko Piano. I talk about the theory. So thank you for the game. But the cool thing about analyzing with Magnus is that he is extremely objective. I know that's a redundancy. He's just an objective guy. And he will tell you exactly what he thinks about your evaluation or the position. No sugarcoating. No, couching things diplomatically. Just he'll give you the straight up truth. And you might expect that based on his interviews. Like, he's kind of no nonsense like that. But it was really refreshing to see someone analyze that, just so crystal clear, his thought process. Even very strong players sometimes get rooted to whatever side of the board they played in the game, let's say, and they try to defend their position. But he's probably the most objective chess player I've ever seen. Ooh, can I take this? Can I take that? I'm going to do it. Give me that, DB Sullivan. Give me that too. Knight g5. Only thing about this is I'm taking some liberties with my development, to be sure. And he's probably going to castle queenside. Let's play knight c3, so we got to be a little bit cautious. I'm thinking I try to get a rook over quickly to d1 because he's probably going to park the queen here. Ooh, now I like the spirit of that move because he's trying to get at g2, but he missed. My queen is defending this square. All right, I'm happy to trade queens. We're up a piece. Yeah, I'm playing blitz. You can challenge me to casual or rated. Either one's fine. I think casual is the default if you click the link. All right, sorry, DB Sullivan. Thanks for the game. So this is the exchange variation of the Ruy Lopez. And you can play it this way, bishop d6. You know what's a fun variation, DB Sullivan? So if you play this way, you want to play the move f6, which is outwardly a little bit risky, as Ben Feingold has beaten into your guys' heads. But you know what's a fun variation I could recommend to a lot of you here? Let me flip this board. Bishop g4 to pin the knight. Okay, so no knight takes e5. And then if h3, you can play this fishing pole idea, h5. You offer up the bishop. And the nice thing about this is not a ticky-tack trap. It's just objectively a good move, the best move. But it has the added bonus that if they do take you up on the material, you're going to mate them down the h-file. And if they try to squirm free here, f3, looking to create an escape hatch, you say no, close the door, g3, and then queen h1 mate is coming. So that might be a variation you can look into. White's not supposed to take the bishop here, but if something like d3, you can play queen f6, apply further pressure. There's some theory here. So thanks for the game. Who we got next? Emilio. Emilio! Let's do this, man. AKA Jerry's favorite trap. Yeah, shout out to Chess Network. Yep. He talks about the fishing pole attack a lot in his videos. Let's play c3. Same variation we played a couple games ago. Knight f6 is the move. John, interested to hear your early predictions for the WCC. The draw between Magnus and Jan was very interesting. Oh, they played today, right? I think they played in the very first game. I didn't get a chance to check out any of the games in the FTX tournament yet. But yeah, my early predictions, I don't have anything earth-shattering. I do think Magnus is going to be a pretty solid favorite. 65%, 70%. But then again, that's a pretty safe prediction. I think I would have said the same thing for virtually anyone he faced. In the top, at least. Maybe a little bit higher for certain opponents. But I think it'll be a highly entertaining matchup. I think Jan is the type of player where if he has a chance, he's going to seize it. He's going to seize it with both hands. So expect sharp, interesting chess. I think there could be less of the play it safe, sort of feeling out chess that we see in many World Championship matches, let's say. But that could be wrong. I mean, it's a World Championship, so people are going to... the players are going to try to obscure their intentions, make themselves less predictable. You never know what's going to happen. Hello, Bridgen. Bridgen asked about bishop takes c3. Yeah, so if bishop takes c3 there, white can play queen b3 and attack f7, and actually sacrificing the rook is very good for white. Once again, I can recommend that video of mine, Know Your Joko Piano. I talk about this variation and the theory of it. I actually don't know how much compensation I have here. This is not looking that impressive for me. Got the two bishops side by side though, so let's see what we can make of this. I'm thinking bring this over perhaps. Yeah, let's bring this guy over. I'm going to use this rook because there's a chance this rook could be handy if ever I play my knight up and then maybe move the pawn. I think my opponent's defending pretty well though. I've got some play, but probably not nearly as much as I want. Ooh, this was probably a blunder though. Now that queen is awkward. I think it's going to get trapped. Ooh, I see tactics. Queen d7, bishop f6, and then bishop f5. Idea, queen takes f5. Drag that queen into a fork. I'm loving it. Could I go for more even? I think bishop f5 is pretty good. That's going to win a queen for a piece. Tempted to play for mate, but nah. This is looking good. Now, if queen e8, that's obviously not what black wants. Have I played Jerry over the board? No, I have not. Yeah, thanks for the game, Emilio. Let's take a quick look at that. I'm actually wondering how I should have played this, because, yeah, so Bridgen was asking about this. So if takes, bishop takes c3, this is known to be winning for white, or very good for white. Queen b3. Black can try d5, but I wouldn't recommend getting into this line. If you get into this situation, this is awful for black. So, as played, bishop e7, d5, knight a5. Ah, it wants me to play d6. Yeah, d6 could be a nice idea in many situations, and it actually wants me to go there. Okay, this line crossed my mind. So if takes here, we're going to take there. C takes d6, bishop takes f7, king takes, queen d5. I'll have to remember this variation. King f8, and then bishop g5. And despite being down a full piece here, and a pawn, this is winning for white. Probably because the f7 square is real sensitive. Rook e1 is on the way. Okay, it's good to know. But yeah, Bridgen, you know, you can see... Or sorry, not Bridgen. Emilio, if you're watching, you can see that the engine likes your position around here. So probably you tried to get this knight back in the game a little bit too quickly. You needed to play something like bishop d7, guard the c6 square better. Thanks for the game. Who's up next? SZB1. Oh, this is correspondence. I'm not going to be duped into a correspondence game. I've already got one going from like a month ago. I'm sorry, SCB1. All right. Mr. Gambit's pawn, 1670's up next. 3+1. Oh, we got to abort. I'm sorry, Mr. Gambit's pawn. That feels harsh, but it's not 3+0. Math in private. I guess math in public was taken. Good luck. Oh yeah, no problem, 18 Emilio. Thanks for the game. Let's play g6. Am I good with maths? Not especially, no. I was more the kid in school who was into reading, writing, history, subjects like that. Okay, I wonder if bishop f7 works here. I'm going to try to bait him into doing it. I don't think it's a good idea, but it is something you gotta consider in these positions. Am I still playing that game? I think I am, actually. I believe my opponent has not made a move in a little while. Let's go for the fianchetto. The double fianchetto. Best chess player pre-1900? Oh, gotta be Paul Morphy. Absolutely. I mean, you could argue Steinitz or Lasker if we're talking about world champions in the mix too, but no, in terms of dominance of his peers, gotta be Morphy. Best chess player pre-1800. Okay. I don't know as much about the pre-1800 chess players. Let me think, though. I mean, Philidor contributed a ton to the game. So I would say in terms of analysis, both opening endgames, there's a Philidor defense, there's a Philidor position. He would be a pretty good bet. But it's a little harder to say playing-wise, just because the top players had a harder time playing each other, wasn't nearly as organized. Labordonnais, yeah, that might be a good bet too. The French players were quite good. For example, a guy I talk about in my Checkmate Patterns manual course, Camar de La Galle. La Galle's made his name after him. He only has one game recorded, but he played in the Parisian Cafe, where a lot of the top players in the early, mid, even late 1700s played. Camar de La Galle. And we just don't know how strong he was because there's only one game and it was La Galle's mate. But evidently he was Philidor's teacher. Yeah. La Regence. Sorry for my terrible French pronunciation. Ooh, okay, knight c5. If I go here, I guess he's going to take this guy, huh? So maybe knight c5 wasn't the best move. Thank you, Duckman. Wasn't Morphy kind of like a 19th century Fischer in that he dominated everyone, but also went insane in his later years? Or am I thinking of someone else? Unfortunately, Morphy did have his struggles later. Yeah, he definitely had some mental health issues later in his life. Quite sad, actually. Extremely bright guy. Generational talent. And you just wonder if a guy like that was around with modern day tools and the prestige of chess these days, how far he would have gone. Yeah, the pride and sorrow of chess, exactly. That's Morphy's nickname. If you're ever in New Orleans, go check out Morphy's grave. It's in a public cemetery there. You can also go to the house that he was born in. It's a restaurant called Brennan's. It's cool. They got some Morphy history. I'm actually going to be in New Orleans in July. So if anyone's in the area, hit me up. You can also play against Jude Akers. He is a legendary figure on the streets of New Orleans. He's a national master, and he's been posted up in the French Quarter for years, playing people in chess. New Orleans is hot in July? Yeah, that's an understatement. Am I a Pelicans fan? Not especially. They're exciting to watch. I mean, Zion is a beast, of course. Okay, my opponent's in real bad time pressure here. I didn't realize that. He probably didn't either. Rook d1 I can take on e4. All right. Thank you, Math in Private. Yep. Thanks for the game. Yeah, not a very exciting game. I think White was doing fine. Maybe I would have played b4 earlier if I were White. But then again, when he played b4, it kicked my knight. I don't think either of us were playing that well here. Perhaps in this moment, taking is not so good. Maybe a3 to keep the structure together. Looks pretty close to equal. All right, who do we got next? Holland Bad. All right, the 1500. We don't know how strong this player is. Looks like they're 1124 rapid. Holland Bad, hopefully you're there. Is John still undefeated? Yeah, as of now. Knock on wood. Okay, don't think Holland Bad is here, unfortunately. We're going to have to abort this game. Sorry, Holland Bad. Tanish. Good luck. Let's play a gambit. The Englund Gambit. Yeah, Morphy was never world champion. There was not an official world championship in his time. If he was able to play for the world championship, he surely would have been world champion. Absolutely. The crazy thing about Morphy that always gets me is just how young he was when he had already scaled the top of the chess mountaintop in Europe and the Americas. It's pretty incredible. I mean, he was essentially retired from chess by age 20, 21. That just always blows my mind. So you knew he had a lot in the tank. I mean, to go over to Europe and play all the best players of Europe before you even hit your mid-20s. And this is back in the 1850s. I mean, incredible. Have I ever been to the Florida Keys? I have not been to the Keys, no. I was down in Sarasota, Florida last year, though. Early last year before COVID. Yeah, he did become a lawyer, yeah. Youngest lawyer in Louisiana history, I think. Do I think Dubov has world champion potential? He certainly has the fighting spirit. I'm probably not qualified to say whether his other qualities would indicate if he has the potential or not. My IM opinion, he probably needs to stabilize his results a little more against some of the top guys. He seems to me lacks a little bit of the solidity that guys like Anish Giri, Wesley So, those sort of players have. Let's play knight here. This looks a little bit ticky-tack. But let's see how he responds to that threat. Does Lawrence Trent have GM potential? Depends. He has to stop getting destroyed by me in Blitz first. Sorry, Lawrence. Same with Greg Shahadi. Okay, let's take here. Big time fork going on. Duffman says, in my Potzer opinion, MVL needs to diversify his opening repertoire. Yeah, that is another thing I don't understand, and I'm sure there's some high-level explanation that MVL would give. Let's take this first. His queen is hanging. But yeah, I too am baffled by why MVL sticks to the same openings as Black just absolutely religiously. Especially the Najdorf. The Grunfeld too, but the Najdorf is the one opening that MVL, he just can't stop playing. And it seems to me he's often just a sitting duck preparation-wise, as you saw in Fabiano's game against MVL, where MVL actually negotiated it pretty well and was probably drawing later, but I just don't see why you would give your opponents so many free shots on goal preparation-wise over and over and over again. Even though the Najdorf is a good opening. Even me with my beloved Scandinavian, I don't play it all the time. But I'm sure there are some players who might say that, especially players who help MVL or MVL himself, who would say he's fine to continue doing what he's doing. But I don't see any other player doing that at the top level and getting away with it consistently. Good luck on your finals, Chippy. Okay, Tanish, thank you for the game. Yeah, so I played the Englund Gambit. This is a very risky gambit. I would play knight f3 here or look into it. That is the best move to try to hold on to the pawn, but you got to know some theory. And the way you played it, a3, I think you played this move in deference to this idea, but you could always play bishop d2 against that. So, yeah, giving me the dark square bishop kind of played into my hands. But, no, you played okay. I mean, especially given your rating, this was fine. So thanks again for the game. Jules04 is next, 2250. I might have to run to the bathroom after this game. Not because I'm playing a 2250, but when you gotta go, you gotta go. Is he there? Going once. Going twice. I'm sorry, Jules. We got to abort. All right. I'll be right back, guys. We're going to resume. We're about an hour into this. More games to come. Be right back, though. Oh, yeah. I almost wore my my horsey shirt today, by the way. The Yin Yang Knights. And on Lichess, maybe one of the mods in the chat can link to it. But I'm pretty sure they made a design, and it's on the merch store, like this, but with the horsey set. So, mods, while I'm taking a bathroom break, maybe you can link that. Just kind of a fun thing that Lichess did that someone pointed out the other day in the store. Oh, yeah, and no joke confirmed. Inspired by John very directly. And I want to say, not even by me. I just have been wearing this shirt for a while because actually a YouTube subscriber of mine sent this to me like 2 years ago. And it was just a design he came up with. And I don't think he ever had plans to market it widely. He never followed through with that or anything. But Lichess ran with this design with the horsey logo instead, which is pretty cool. And, you know, supporting Lichess is always a great idea. It's a non-profit. So if you want a horsey Yin Yang Knight shirt, now's your chance. All right, be right back. Okay. I'm going to switch up the chess set for a second. We're not going to go to the horsey set, but I'm feeling, you know what I'm feeling right now? Is Maestro. Let's do Maestro, and let's also do the blue set. Board theme. There we go. Yeah, let's switch it up a little bit. Making a halftime adjustment. And let's accept another challenge. Okay, you get 3+0. Good luck if you're there. We got our first Scandi of the day. Rematch? Oh, I didn't see the rematch. Was that you, Angel? I just went for a new challenge. When was the last time I shaved? A couple days ago. Oh, you guys like the beard? Okay, thanks. It's kind of short right now. Knight h4 is interesting. Definitely one of those moves that feels premature, but okay, I'm gonna retreat the bishop here. I'll let him take it if he wants, and then we'll try to use the h file later. Person got skipped, but didn't I accept their challenge, but they weren't there, and we aborted? Sorry if I skipped someone, but I thought they had a chance to play, but they weren't there, evidently. All right, let's go for the confusion move, bishop a3. I think this is a good move, objectively. So if takes, we take here with check. King e2 wouldn't be a disaster for white, but their king would have to roll in the center. Maybe I can pick up that pawn. Now, the cool thing about this move is if he castles queenside, which appears to defend everything, we have queen takes c3. So do remember this motif. You'll sometimes see this with the queen on a5. And you know, if white's going to be as solid as possible, he has to play a retreating move to do it. Yeah, so white could have played bishop c1, because now I can take. And you see how there's tactical issues. Rook takes b2, queen takes c3 check. And we fork. That kind of highlights the danger that white was facing. Go for the Amon beard until you become a GM. Yeah, if I was actively pursuing GM, maybe I'd consider that. Do you prefer to grow the beard when playing an OTB tournament? Or it doesn't matter? No, it doesn't really matter to me. I usually keep my facial hair pretty short. I'll take that. This comes with check. Okay, what to do now? So he wants to play this, I would think. Could just let him take that. Could also be greedy. I mean, b6, there's probably nothing wrong with it. Yeah, let's play b6. The queens are opposing each other with the light square bishop in between, so I got to watch this bishop coming somewhere with check, but there's no check he can make. With the bishop, that is. Thank you, disagree. Mater Bartholomew. Do you mean Master Bartholomew? Mater Bartholomew. That's a good chess nickname, maybe. Like the Liquidator or something. I am the Mater. Yep, thank you, Yigit. Thanks to the game. Yeah, knight h4 seems a little bit early, maybe playable. Does try to hunt down the bishop. Objectively, I should probably play the bishop elsewhere, but I kind of like these structures where I get the half-open file to work with. But yeah, I think after bishop a3, you're probably best off playing bishop c1, actually, to really solidify this. But it's a hard move to play. So thanks for the game. Who we got next? Charlie Clayton, you're up. Patiently waiting to be accepted, says Sauce. Okay. Let's play e5 against the English. CR Clayton's in the chat and he says muting you. All right. Yeah, good luck, CR Clayton. And that's a fair guy right there. He's muting. He's not trying to listen and stream snipe. He's taking it seriously as a challenge. Do you know the trap from prep, or did you figure it out while playing? That's an idea I've seen before, Viren, so I don't know that exact position, but it's a common theme, actually, in some Scandi positions. Yep, I do have a Twitch channel, Rebbo. It's just my name, John Bartholomew, twitch.tv/John Bartholomew. I stream probably 2 or 3 times per week. I play on a bunch of different servers, but I play on Lichess quite a bit. Thanks, no joke, for the shout out. Okay, now here, white's got to watch the c4 pawn. So he should probably play this and then bishop takes. But a lot of players would take with the pawn and blunder here. I think because he's pausing, he's going to see what to do. I think he's going to play this correctly. Yeah, he does. So that's good by Charlie Clayton. Let's play queen d7. I'm going to try to maybe make this spicy in castle queenside. Okay, bishop h3. Let's wedge the bishop in. I'm happy with the trade because that brings my queen real close to the enemy king. And do you guys know, if we get to lodge the queen in, or even if we don't, how I might try to play this attack, especially if I end up castling queenside? How am I going to try to get at this white king? Now, I already know what I'm going to say, so don't feel like you're spoiling anything. Yeah, we're going to use the h-pawn, and I'm going to push it right now. This is a method to try to create a clash by force with the enemy pawn structure. We want to get this rook involved in the attack. In conjunction with the queen, the dream scenario is if we get to put the queen on h3, h-pawn rushing up, and the rook ready to join the action behind. So let's keep going. We're going to try to ignore what's happening in the center here. Now, if d5, I think I can play bishop takes g2. And if d takes c6, there's bishop takes c6. So let's say d5, bishop takes g2, king takes g2, and then h takes g3. I'm going to try to ignore the attack here. Even against this, I might ignore it. Let's play bishop takes. Take here. We're just trying to land that queen in. What if he ignores your pawn? Well, it's tough because, yeah, we're levering things open anyways. Yeah, now we get to go check. He's probably going to run this way. He's going to run towards the center of the board. He must. If this, I get to play this cool move if I want. Castle with check. John, have you ever played a Rapid/Blitz rated OTB tournament? I have. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. You know, Rapid and Blitz chess is not as popular in the US as it is in some other parts of the world. We don't have so many rated Rapid and Blitz tournaments, but I have played some. You would think that they would be more popular with the pace of life around here, but for some reason, tournament directors haven't made that adjustment so much. All right, let's take with check. Hit this and this. If bishop f2, we can take this. So we're smoking out that white king. All right, what now? Check on h2 maybe? Getting a lot of pieces involved in the attack here. So this is looking good. Hard to hold this knight now. Let's say rook f2, we can make this trade, or there. There's queen takes f4. Just also thinking if this makes sense to throw that in. Probably not a huge difference. Let's just play queen takes f4. Go John, but stay there. Oh, I see. We got a Ben Feingold viewer. Okay, check. Now king e2, queen e4 is mate. Okay, thanks for the game, Charlie. Yeah, I think, Charlie, against this f5 formation, I personally don't think e4 is a good idea. You might want to... He says dismantled. And, yeah, I think e4... It's probably not a huge mistake, but it does create some issues, as you saw right here. You'd prefer to be able to recapture with the pawn, usually. But because of the bishop shooting against this guy, you weren't able to do that. I think as played, probably bishop g2 is a bit of a mistake. And I do like black's attacking chances here. I think this is sort of a one-way position. So I wouldn't have played bishop g2 and maybe not put the pawn on e4 in the first place. Maybe go for e3, d3 instead. Okay. Next game. I know, 1914. Good luck. Let's play d6. Let's play the rat. You guys feeling a rat? He doesn't want to accept it. Okay. Famously, you're not supposed to play openings named after animals in chess, but we're making an exception here. What do I think will be the most popular chess format in the future? Blitz, Rapid, 960 Standard, or something else? I definitely don't think 960 is gonna catch on in a mainstream way. I think that ship has kind of sailed, personally. I think we are going to see faster time controls in general. I still think there will be classical tournaments for sure, but I think chess will be speeding up. I personally like the standard longer time control, which is these days like game in 90 with a 30-second increment. That's long enough where you can definitely take your time and think, but it's also not an absolutely crazy time control. I think for playing like 2 games per day, for instance, in a tournament, as a lot of tournaments are, especially in the US, it's a perfect time control. So you could play a 5-round tournament, game 90 plus 30, let's say 1 game Friday, 2 games Saturday, 2 games Sunday, and it's not like a crazy, crazy time commitment. You still have some time to do other things. So I do hope they keep classical time controls around, but keep it to the lower end of the time control spectrum. I mean, I've said this before on stream, but one of the standard time controls when I was growing up and playing long classical tournaments in the US, it sounds crazy by our standards nowadays, but it was 40 moves in 2 hours. And remember, that's both sides getting 2 hours for 40 moves. If the game is still going after move 40, both sides get an additional hour. And there's a 5-second delay throughout. And looking back, I mean, those games were so long. I was a kid at the time, and you got a lot of energy when you're a kid. But I even remember thinking back then that these games are just ridiculously long. So I think that's getting to be too much. I don't think anyone wants to play games of that duration. You'd routinely play 5+ hour games, 6-hour games. Kids playing 6-hour games seems like madness to me. Yeah, I mean, you'd be exhausted after those tournaments. I'm playing here to trap that bishop, by the way. That's why I played f4, trying to slam the door on the bishop. Did you have that trouble using that much time as a kid to think about your moves? You know, it's funny, K-Buck-B, but you know that famous saying that work expands to fill the available time you have throughout the day? I found the same thing is true in chess with the time control. Like you will, it sounds ridiculous, but you will adjust to whatever amount of time is given. A serious player will probably use a lot of that time because why not? If it increases the quality of your play, you're probably going to use it. But then again, there's maybe a point of diminishing returns where, have you guys noticed the longer you think on a critical move, the more likely you are to regret your decision or maybe not even make a move that is any better than you would have made after a couple minutes of thinking? It's kind of like a multiple choice problem. Thank you, I know how, by the way. Yeah, I think that dark square bishop move got you in trouble. Probably got to retreat the bishop here soon. So I've often found that some of my worst decisions in chess have been the product of a long think and second guessing myself and probably just not being comfortable with the position in general, but overthinking it and making mistakes. Rita FMA, let's go. Let's play c5 in this one. Your student that you posted the improvement graph of on Twitter, what time control does he play and how often? Great question. Yeah, he plays 15 plus 10. That's his standard time control, and he plays a lot. I mean, he's playing like a dozen games sometimes per day. And he's analyzing them. So, yeah, this is a guy that has gone from being like 700 rated to 1700 rapid now in the span of about 3.5 months. Just a crazy improvement. Young guy, like college-age guy. Very impressive improvement. Not the norm by any means. Don't compare yourself to people like that. He's probably top 10% of 1%. Top 0.01%. Or 0.1%. however percentages work. I'm going to continue developing. I could take this pawn. It is queen c3. We'll just develop some pieces. Maybe I sneak this in. Yeah, he's studying a lot, he's playing a lot, and he's really intentional with his games. Absolutely. All right, we'll take here. Threaten this pawn. John, do you ever get headaches or feel unwell after playing chess for a long time? A dozen 15 plus 10 games a day would melt my brain. Yeah, I think that's approaching the point where the vast majority of people are going to be playing worse. I do think it makes sense to limit the number of games that you're playing, and the nice thing about playing online is that you can choose when you want to play. And you can play only when you're feeling baseline or good about how you're going to play. So I don't get headaches. I don't get like physical symptoms if I play for too long, but I can just tell that I make worse decisions in general. Okay, this knight is a little bit awkwardly placed. I think I'm just going to go queen d4. Maybe look for a queen trade, hop the knight in. Now we're hitting this, also hitting the bishop. Is he talented or is it all the coaching? Well, he made the vast majority of those gains before him and I even worked together. So we've only started doing a little bit of work, not even that much work, in the past few weeks. So no, he's just one of these rare, extreme self-starters. He did say that he watched a lot of my videos, but make no mistake about it. I mean, he's put in all the work on his own. Just the type of person who's probably very good at picking things up quite quickly and knows what to study, doesn't take any shortcuts. What's your favorite soda? I don't drink soda hardly at all anymore. But I would say probably Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I gave up soda when I went to college. All right, let's go here. Now I'm threatening this, followed by knight d3. I replaced soda with this way back in the day. Although, fun fact, I didn't really start drinking coffee until I was out of college, probably age 22 or so, 23 maybe, when I was studying for my law school entrance exam. That's when I started drinking coffee, which I can't even imagine my life without it now, especially playing chess without coffee. I'm full on addicted. Dr. Pepper is what you're drinking. Dr. Pepper is pretty good, I gotta say. But also soda is one of those things. Like those of you who eschew soda as well, have you ever like drank, I don't know, just like an ice cold Coke or Pepsi or something after a long period of time, like months and months of not drinking at all? It tastes so good. I gotta say that. It tastes amazing. So there's definitely some like hedonic adaptation that goes on when you're regularly drinking that stuff, and then when you come back to it, you realize, oh my, it's so sweet and tasty. But I think the negatives outweigh the positives, so that's why I personally don't drink it. Macaulay Petter. I have a feeling we're going to see a Stafford Gambit here. Yep. Eric Rosen's influence is far-reaching nowadays. He has a lot of Stafford acolytes. I'm not going to try to accept this Gambit and attempt to refute it. I'm just going to play chess. That's what I tend to do against this. Oh, hello, Philip. This is John. Matanzas is part of the Buenos Aires city in Argentina. Wondering how you had that information. Oh, you're referring to my stream yesterday where I played an I Am Matanzas. here on Lichess in one of the arenas. Yeah, that just stuck in my head for some reason. That Matanzas is in Argentina destination. I think there's been some chess tournaments there. That's maybe why it's stuck in my head. Yeah, Argentina has a rich chess tradition, that's for sure. Should I play takes right away? I think I will, actually. So if bishop takes, rook e1. And even though he can defend it with the queen, we're going to play f3 coming up. Thank you, Kempo79, for subbing to the Twitch channel. Or the Lichess channel. Which is also a Twitch channel. Now, f3 is important because not only does it attack the bishop twice, but it also defends against mate. So, we need f3. You very good play cheese fins. Thank you. I am a cheese master. Just kidding. But I did tell a story one time how I opened up a bank account once at my local bank. And the person who was helping me out, I wasn't doing it online for some reason. I was doing it in person. This was several years ago. But the person who was helping me out, I don't think they really knew what chess was. So I tried to explain that it was a chess account. I was going to use it for like chess expenses. And they labeled it cheese account. Cheese account. And I didn't correct them. I just went with it. So for several years, I just had this cheese account. That was pretty funny. Okay, let's go here. I think I can be greedy and grab this pawn. Ooh, am I playing with fire, though? Ooh, I might be playing with fire a little bit. Hold on. Rook c8 was maybe a bit dangerous there. I think I could have got out of that. I guess queen e4 was okay, but... I might be biting off a little more than I should have to chew here. Let's check. Let's force that king to the corner. And then I'm going to play rook f1. I'm going to try to seek refuge in some trades. Gotta worry about the back rank, though. No, I have not moved yet, Matt Bratt. I'll be doing that in the coming weeks, though. Ooh, now watch this. Mokeli Petter, don't blunder the rook in the corner. I think he's going to see it. Nope. I spoke too soon. I thought after queen e3 he would see it, because if he was really being greedy, he would have played queen takes c2. I would assume. But that also would have hung the rook. But unfortunately, he hung it anyways. I thought this website was for lychees. Yeah. Well, do you guys notice if you're typing Lichess like on your phone or with autocorrect on, do you know what it autocorrects to? Let's cut off the king and go after the pawns. Leeches. Thanks for the game, Mokeli. Let me just check if I was in trouble there at all. I think it's okay. But I did play it a little bit risky with queen takes c6. The engine thinks it's fine, but I was a bit worried about rook a c8, because if the rook lands on the second rank... But I do think queen e4 is probably a good answer, yeah. So thanks for the game, Mokeli Petter. Let's keep going. Yeah. That's what it autocorrects to on mine, no joke, chess. As well. Whoa, what is this? This doesn't look like a fair matchup. I'd be tempted to play this if it wasn't infinite time. If it wasn't a correspondence game. Like, plus 25. Really created a fair challenge for me, Andrew. Okay. I like how there's a couple knights developed already, too. That was like a position they created in a chess fever dream or something. They're like, I'm going to challenge John to that. There's a chance he'll accept, right? The best challenge that I failed to notice was last week. If you guys were watching this last week on Sunday, someone challenged me just a normal blitz game, but they did it with black to move instead of white to move. So I was playing white and they were playing black from that custom position, just normal starting position, but with black to move. And they played d5, and I just automatically played d4. And I think they played knight f6. I went knight f3. And very soon, like, we played a queen's gambit, but it took me about 3 moves to realize I was a tempo down. That was very clever, because I totally did not see that coming. Okay, I'm going to take this gambit. I don't know the theory here, if there is theory, but I'm gonna try to call Consultant Criminal's bluff, if it is a bluff. Is that correspondence game from the first stream still ongoing? Yeah, it is. It is. I don't know if there's an easy way to check it without messing this up, but it is. But my opponent has been tanking for the last few days, so they might have abandoned it. Okay, this position's looking good. I don't think black has managed to prove compensation. I've castled. I've got the 2 strong pawns in the center. Maybe e5 coming up. If queen d4, I'll play bishop e3. So no biggie. Let's play here, because now I can threaten e5. This bishop's a little awkwardly placed. Hello, lovely bean. Are you winning, son? I am. I can report that. We're winning, Dad. The trickiest one to notice would be not be giving castling rights. Oh, that would be devilish. That would create maximum confusion. Absolutely. Because you could probably set it up where... Wait, could you do a custom position where you could castle, but your opponent can't castle, and otherwise the normal starting position? I actually don't... Oh, no, yeah, you probably could. Because it gives you the option when you're setting up a position to check if white can castle and black can castle. So yeah, you could do that, couldn't you? That would be real sneaky. The walls are closing in on this bishop, I feel. h3 maybe? Could also play e5 first. I could try to humiliate both bishops. Alright, I'm going to play e5. No, that allows knight g4. Let's go h3. Do I play any video games? No, not really. Used to play some computer games back in the day, but no video games, really. Upside down chess fools people. Oh, yeah. That's a fun variant. I've played that variant a few times. Age of Empires. Yep, used to play Age of Empires and Counter-Strike. Those were my 2 main games back in the day. Haven't played those games in probably close to 20 years now. Crazy. Very fun stuff. Very addictive. As I'm sure many of you can relate. But I've said this before. Like, to me, the main difference in playing games... with computer games, I always felt guilty. Even when I was playing them in like middle school and high school. I always felt guilty after a very long session of playing because I just felt like I didn't accomplish anything and my eyes were strained and blurry. With chess, even if I play a long session, I still might get some eye strain or something, but I feel more intellectual satisfaction, if that makes sense. I feel like I've actually accomplished something versus playing a computer game. And that's not to say that computer games aren't fun or, of course, that you shouldn't play them. I mean, you should play whatever you're into. But that's just been my personal experience. Like chess, I've always had this feeling with chess that I'm learning something productive and I don't know, maybe connecting more neurons than I would in a computer game. Love Tech says, I feel that guilt, John. One of the reasons I've switched to chess. Okay. Thank you, Consultant Criminal, for the game. Yeah, I don't know, again, the theory here. I want to say knight c6 maybe is the move, or c5. c5 is probably a good move as well. So thank you for the game. X Catskills. All right. Good luck. Let's play E4 again. Okay, Sicilian. Let's go for any closed Sicilian fans in here. Let's maybe go for a closed Sicilian or Grand Prix. We'll try our luck with this. Bishop c4, d3, castles. Maybe go for an eventual f5. That's true, Sultan. Yeah, Age of Empires. That is such a fun game. I would like to play that again for the nostalgia. I had a friend who was one of the top players in the world in Deathmatch and AoE. And he kind of taught me how to play. But yeah, I really enjoyed that game. Or enjoyed. Let's play a3. I'll just try to keep the bishop. Okay, now I'll try to execute one of the standard attacking plans here, which is queen h4 and then f5 and then bishop h6. You should stream some AoE. I'd really have to remember how to play it, but that would be fun. Stream something other than chess every once in a while. Have I ever played Risk? Of course. Yeah, Risk is a great game to play with your friends. That game can ruin friendships. Okay, now let's play this one. So we get this going. Again, there was a game earlier where, do you remember that game where I had the two bishops lined up and I played the knight takes e6 move? Where I was commenting on a move like h6. Generally, you want to avoid making too many pawn moves around your king when you're clearly getting attacked on that wing. Okay, so this plays right into my hands. Do I like Eric Clapton's music? I do. Yeah, I read Clapton's autobiography. It's pretty fascinating. That's a random question, but yes, I do. Okay, I'm starting to look at already ways to checkmate here. So take, that threatens mate in the corner. So take, knight g5. It's pretty hard to meet. I think that's the way to go. Rook h8, there's rook f7. Drop the hammer. Ruining a friendship is just the risk you take. Get out of here, Duffman Chess. Leave. You're done today. John, if you have 15 hours to spend on chess in a week, how much study, how much gameplay would you recommend to maximize improvement? That's a lot of time. You know, and obviously that's going to depend on your level, what you should spend time on. But I would say, as a baseline for most people, it makes sense to spend half of your time, at least, playing and annotating games. Playing and analyzing, annotating. And the rest, you know, your mileage may vary. Let's try to find a checkmate here. I'd like to take away the e7 square. So knight d5 is the move that comes to mind. But he does have this. It definitely feels quite matey, though. Very, very matey. Let's see. Check here. And then maybe rook takes f5. Bishop takes, h4, king up. I mean, it feels like he's going to get mated there. But we can't play off a feeling necessarily. I want to do that, but I just don't quite see the mate. Because he's got queen takes h4. And I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. We got to do it. I'm not going to think for... Okay, yeah, and he didn't even take the knight. He plays his king to the center. Let's go here now. Let's get everyone involved. Black would have won if it was king of the hill. That's a pretty fun variant, by the way. King of the hill. I think black has to play e3 here. Not pretty, but I think it has to be done. I'll probably just play knight takes f7. Okay, king d4, but this is still checkmate. So, yeah, I think cat skills, this h6 move is a culprit. These positions can be tricky to play because f5, bishop h6 is the plan, but generally you don't want to make any further pawn moves around your king if you don't have to. You could maybe make an argument for f5 sometimes. f5 is a move you can think about to stop white from playing f5, but I think h6 is, yeah, it's pretty accommodative for white. Let me just check this real quick. Okay, knight d5 is not good, actually. Such a tempting move. A lot of other moves are dead winning. Taking on f7, for instance. Wow, look at this. If king takes g5, the engine thinks that knight c3 going back is the best move. Virtually a 0 chance I would ever play that move. Just call me Stockfish if I were to play that. You can close my account now. So I was actually thinking rook takes f5 was one of the lines I was calculating. With this idea in mind. Check. But I wasn't quite sure. The king can run up, and this is not clear because he's maybe threatening here. Yeah, king takes g5 could have made things real interesting. Girl from Egypt says I would have found knight c3. Well timed. Well played, girl from Egypt. That is an inside joke on my channel, that username. Very well timed that you step in with that comment right now. Yeah, king e5 was too risky, but okay, king takes g5 was the move. Thanks for the game, X-Cat Skills. X-Faz. What's the idea of that? Just sort of reset the position? Oh, this is a bullet game. Can't trick me. Okay, sorry, X-Faz. Gotta challenge me to 3+0. Okay, Blebby, good luck. What can we play against Blebby? Let's play a Grob. I think I played this in one of the games last time, and it was pretty awful. I didn't know how to play it very well. This might be the worst starting move in chess. I think it's a pretty close call between g4 and f3. Now, if they play bishop takes g4, that is the one Grob line that I think people who play the Grob hope that you go into. All right, let's start throwing the pawns up here in anticipation of a move like this. The Bong Crab. Is that where you play g4 and b4? How does the Bong Crab go? Let's keep going with the outside pawns. g4 is dead lost against Stockfish. Interesting. What about f3 on Margatas? Have you tried that? Can someone explain that girl from Egypt joke? Well, I played a standard game on Lichess one time where I was paired randomly. It was like a 15+2 game. I have a lot of games like that on my channel. And the person wrote in the chat before they played their first move, like, "Hi, I am girl from Egypt." That's what they wrote. And then we started the game. And they proceeded to absolutely destroy me. I just got eviscerated. And as it turns out, as often happens in those cases, they were using engine assistance and their account got banned. So that became a meme on my channel. Watch out if someone says, "I am girl from Egypt." Who is better, you or Eric Rosen? Well, we're both IMs. I am higher rated than him. I have a winning record against him, so I got to go with me. But Eric is tricky. Eric is very tricky. You can't ever let your guard down when you're playing Eric. He knows some of his setups very well. Like in the London, for instance, as white, he knows a lot of move orders and nuances. So definitely not an easy opponent. He will set your problems to the end. What about against Simon Williams? I feel like Simon and I, at least online, are pretty closely matched up. And in person, too. I mean, he's a GM, I'm an IM. Like, his peak form is obviously higher than mine. But I've done pretty well against Simon results-wise. But he's strong. I mean, great attacking player. He's beaten higher rated players than I have, for sure. Would you marry a woman who would beat you in the Scandi? Of course. That would be a win on all accounts. She could teach me things in the Scandi. She's a great chess player. She plays a highly refined opening. Simon is a cool guy. Simon is terrified to play against. I don't think so. Well, he is a cool guy. Absolutely. But I don't think he's terrified to play against me. Should I play f4? I don't know about this position. I feel like I'm in danger of overextending, but I couldn't resist playing Connect 4 on the 4th rank here. Ooh, actually this move... Oh no, this move I can take with the queen. Okay. Can we go for Connect 5? Connect 5 is going to be risky because d4 is going to be trouble. Maybe I can prepare Connect 5. Let's see. But there's always this. No, but it won't work. Okay, I think I'm ready for Connect 5 next. Let's do it. Ah, he's going to break up the structure. Okay, all right. This is looking good, though. Now, do I take with the bishop or the knight? I think we got to take with the bishop so we can get that knight into that juicy e6 square. Big time fork. Let's just castle. We can bide our time here. Because when your opponent's kind of stuck like that in a pin, you can afford to take your time. Just centralize the rooks. Push the pawns further. Okay. Thanks for the game, Blebby. Yeah, I took a lot of liberties with my pawns, of course. If you're playing an opponent who does like what I'm doing here, one of your best strategies will be to play in the center. So I do think Black played a little bit too defensive. Maybe something like taking on c4 or even a move like e5. Try to take the battle more towards the middle of the board. I like that Black didn't try to touch the king side. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the game. All right. We got about 15 minutes left. The Turtle Chief, 1049. Let's go. What have I not played? Let's play knight c3. Knight c3 doesn't get played as much as knight f3, but let's see what we can make out of this. Bringing both knights out. The Van Geet opening, yes. The Van Geet. It blocks the c-pawn, so that's the downside of this opening, but it's playable. Ooh, Turtle Chief playing like a gambit. I like it. I like that attitude. All right, let's go here. What does that symbol to the left of your name represent? Great question. So that is the Lichess patron symbol. If you support Lichess, you get that next to your name, as Nightbot just put in the chat. And Lichess is a non-profit site, so they appreciate any support. My opponent also is a Lichess patron. They have different patron level tiers. You can do like a monthly patron, I think yearly as well, or a lifetime even. Oh, thank you, Udell. Thank you. Very nice message. Appreciate your viewership. Best wishes for your chess improvement. Okay, Turtle Chief resigned. That rook in the corner is hit. Thank you, Turtle Chief. You guys know what's coming up as we get closer and closer to the end of today's session. Who knows the tradition? Hello, Anders. Thank you for tuning in from Sweden. Oh, yeah. Floyd knows the tradition. Hello, Dustin. Okay, now with this move order, I'm playing the Tarrasch, which is knight d2. The way you want to play this, because with this structure, a lot of people will just automatically play knight gf3, which is not necessarily a mistake, but one of the benefits of having delayed the kingside development is that when black strikes the center, usually they play c5. You would defend with the c3 pawn, but then you try to go this knight to e2 and the other knight to f3. Okay, so you can rearrange the knights in a way that help maximally protect d4. Don't know if black's going to go for c5 here. They probably still should. This is a little unusual. It could weaken the dark squares. Papas, thanks for the raid. 33 viewers coming in to the Lichess channel. I am International Master John Bartholomew, and this is Lichess Plays, where a streamer will play viewers on Lichess for a couple hours. It's a lot of fun. We're playing 3+0 Blitz. I'm a little disappointed in my opponents because nobody has managed to knock me off for even a draw yet. And I'm going to keep pushing you guys. One of you has to do it. Still undefeated. Yeah, one of you's got to knock me off. You can't let my ego get too large. You're still here, K-Buckby? Good. Doc Wop, thanks for subbing with Twitch Prime. All right, we're attacking here. Let's take. Get ready to capture. We're stripping away the defenders of the Black King. Can you spot us a piece? You know, I haven't intentionally been giving up material or anything like that. That's generally not in my wheelhouse. Giving odds and whatnot. I want you guys to beat me straight up. You know, and anytime I've played a strong player, I don't want them to pull any punches. So the biggest advantage you're going to get is if I play a crazy opening or use the horsey set, as we'll see in the final game. Because I will horsey Bongcloud in the final game. It's the respectful way to go, full strength. I agree, Richter's neighbor. Ooh, knight g4. That's an undefended knight. Knight g5 crosses my mind, but I'm actually not so sure about knight takes f2. That may not be good. There's some discoveries, though. Let's try it. This could get interesting. Knight takes f2, bishop h7 check, and then I'm thinking probably bishop f5, and then take this. Best way to get in touch with me is to go to my YouTube channel, which is just my name, John Bartholomew. Actually, if you type in John Chess on YouTube, you'll probably find me. And there's a section for business inquiries, so you can feel free to get in touch. Let's take here. It allows queen takes f2, but I don't see a good follow-up for my opponent, so I think it's okay to play this. Am I threatening rook h8 now? I might be. The full bamboozle move. John Chess, any relation of Gary Chess, the inventor of chess? Also the father of Anna Chess? No relation. If you type in John Cheese, does it also work? That's my future YouTube channel. my opponent's going into the tank here. Rook f6. Okay, so that creates a little escape route for the king. Also defends this point. Might be a good move. What to do here? I mean, maybe just this. Might be the best thing to do. Threatening mate. AT Harv, I've been doing 3+0 challenges. That's the standard time control here. All right, thank you, Gohan, for the game. So, yeah, in this setup, you do want to go for c5 and try to get your knight behind it, knight c6 after that. Oh, thank you. Well, thanks for the game. Cheers. Best wishes for your chess improvement. But yes, do go c5, followed by knight c6, and usually this bishop will go to e7. Kind of the way you played it. The dark squares around your king are going to be weak. I know it seems maybe acceptable to fianchetto, but bear in mind you're fianchettoing right into a wall here. All right. We got a couple more games left. Neto setup. Good luck. 1189. Hopefully you're there. We got to go Scandi. We haven't played too many Scandis today. Let's do it. Should I play a knight f6 Scandi if he takes the pawn? Scandi time, indeed. I could have tried to play it like a pure gambit, c6 or e6, but we'll just take back. I can throw some shade when I want, indeed. That is absolutely true. Play 1h4 next game. Well, I'm going to play the Bongcloud in the final game. We'll see how much time we get. We might be able to get 2 more games in. I'm going to take here just to double up white's pawns. Apply pressure to d4 coming up. Hey, Perchik. Good to see you, man. Oh, yeah. Eric Rosen's a really nice guy. I've met Eric in person. He's exactly like he is online. As is most everyone in chess. I can't think of people who are faking it, let's say. Do I like iced coffee more or hot coffee? Good question. I used to drink iced coffee almost exclusively. But in the past, I'd say year and a half, I've almost completely switched over to hot coffee. I don't really know why. I mean, I used to drink iced coffee in the dead of winter when it was like 10 below here. But yeah, I've switched to hot coffee. I don't know why. Maybe I'll have to go back at some point. The advantage of iced coffee is that you can leave it in your car, come back, and you haven't missed anything, especially if it's cold out. But with hot coffee, you always got to monitor the temperature, right? Or maybe the real five-head play is just get your hot coffee. If it does cool down, well, you've got iced coffee at that point. Throw some ice cubes in it, yeah, if you want. Eric has been working on his blitz a lot lately. Oh, okay. Any special flavor additions you indulge in from time to time to your coffee? No, I just pretty much drink black coffee. Nothing too fancy. However, one of my students did send me some really good flavored coffee recently. So I have been trying some of that. I think the blend was Rainforest Crunch. It was pretty good. It had like a caramel flavor to it. John play f3 then g4? Ooh, that seems unlikely. Am I a mocha person? No. I work in a cafe and a guy came in asking for hot coffee with ice cubes in it. I could actually see that because a lot of chains, especially like the big roasters, they often serve their coffee way too hot. That's a common thing. They over roast it and they serve it just scalding hot. And I don't think anyone really likes that when you get the coffee and you can't drink it for like 15 minutes. I don't see the appeal of that. So I could actually see someone getting it with ice cubes. What would be the protocol, actually? If you didn't want your coffee to be too hot and you want the baristas to know that, what would you tell them? Okay. Yeah, white just played too slow here. This position's still interesting. I think black's a little bit better because of white's pawn structure. There's some weaknesses here. But it's nothing too bad. So thanks for the game, Neto. I like that comment. He's playing the chat gambit. Not advised in a 3-minute game. Thanks for the game. Let's play 2 more games. We'll play one normal game here, and then, okay, probably good against Schrodinger's queen. Play another Scandi. That this person wasn't the horsey Bongcloud game. But we'll play one more after this. All right, a6. This is the move I advocate in this position. Looking for b5. This can actually be a pretty challenging move order, to be honest. White holds back d4. They kind of keep their cards a little closer to their chest. Let's play knight c6. All right, kind of a sleepy position here. I think he's going to play d4 now. Nope, plays d3. Probably fianchetto this light square bishop. Yeah, this is a great username. 3 queen d8 Scandi, yeah. Solid line. A lot of people are confused about this line. Why would this ever be playable for black? You develop your queen, and then you immediately go back. Thing is, though, white has committed the knight to the c3 square in front of the c-pawn. That's one argument in black's favor. Like, this is actually not such a great arrangement for white in the long run. They would like to move this knight and play for c4. Every pawn is technically a Schrodinger's queen. Yeah, that is true. Relevant point. Okay, maybe knight d4 here. Knight d4 would be kind of ambitious. Let's play it. We got dueling knights in the center. I'm hitting the queen, hitting this, so probably queen d1 will be played. And I'm thinking then play bishop c6. The idea behind my Lichess username is that I was listening to the song Fins when I made all my Fins related accounts. So I'm on a Fins account on chess.com as well. But yeah, I was just listening to this song called Fins. No real special story. Let's play bishop c5. Get the 2 bishops aiming against the white king. John, are you a minimalist? Kind of. Yeah, in certain things, definitely. Okay, c3. All right. I don't know. I'll just play knight f5. He's probably going to go d4. I might have to just retreat back to e7. But then I can at least chip away at the center c5. I don't know if I should have allowed this, but the position remains solid. September 5th is my birthday, yeah. You should check it out, lovely me. How about here? I'm really playing fairly tactical here. I'm trying to cause some issues. Knight takes f7 could be interesting in this position. But I see they're getting low on time, so I'm trying to keep things complicated. Is John short for Jonathan? No, it is not. John is just my full name. Fun little fact about that, which I didn't know for the longest time. But I believe almost always if someone's name is spelled John, John is their full name. But if it's Jon, that's probably short for Jonathan. So that's a way you can distinguish between whether someone's name is John or Jonathan. Okay. Retreating now. He's playing pretty solid. But time. It's ticking away. It's true for John Hamm, the actor. He's the guy who plays what's his name on Mad Men? Don Draper, right? Jon Snow stands for Aegon Targaryen. That's tricky. Nice. Okay, I like this position. I feel like it might be ripe for a tactic, but probably not. It's probably nothing. Let's just go queen e7. Or bishop e7, I mean. Bishop d6 was also playable. I think I'm just going to try to pick this pawn off, though. Have I seen Mad Men? Yeah. Yep. I like that show. Oh, no kidding. Sam Bam. Dude. That's crazy. Hey, long time no see. That is a student I had, oh man, 15 years ago now. Hope you're doing well. You're still playing the Scandi? Oh, I love it. I love it. Dude, thanks for checking in. Shoot me a message sometime. I'm still friends with your dad on Facebook. I hope your brother's doing well. I know he's like a big time artist now. I hope you're doing well too, man. But yeah, shoot me a message sometime. Let me know how you're doing. Okay, Schrodinger's queen. I think I had a pretty comfortable position in this one throughout. This setup for white is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But I do think it's not as aggressive as white could be. Ah, you're in law school. Okay, very cool. Yeah, best wishes for your burgeoning legal career. It's great. John, are you currently living with someone? Does that king count? There's also a queen here. Okay, let's change the set for the final game. We're already a little bit over, so I gotta hurry here. Let's go with the horsey set. You know the drill. Horsey set, Bongcloud, no matter who we face. Doesn't matter if it's a 1200 or 2200. Chess, yes. 1699. Okay. This is the best chance to knock me off, I think. Whew. Let's make this a real Bongcloud. Decline the pawn. Will he take it now? Will he decide it's safe to take it? We'll see. Would you play Bong plus horsey set against a GM? I would, yeah, because I committed to doing it. I totally would. We don't back down from our Bongcloud horsey commitments. Here we go. Okay, my opponent's playing real solid. He's not taking any chances here. Should we try to do that? I think I'll play bishop g7. We'll bring the bishop out. It's hard to get like a little too aggressive here. White's sitting back. This is the most defensive I've ever seen someone play against the Bongcloud. Let's try to attack. Oh, I played against her already? Oh, I did. 1-0. Okay. Yeah, I do remember that username now that you say that. I guess that's the random algo. That person got lucky, got 2 games in today. Now, this should theoretically benefit me because white has closed the middle of the board, so the king is actually pretty safe. But let's see how white handles it. John, are you a fisherman? I don't think so. I play the fishing pole attack sometimes. These pieces look weird. That is the whole point. Let's attack that knight. Now I'm going to go queen c8 next and try to line up bishop takes h3. I know, I have a super biblical name. Let's threaten. Oh, another solid move, king h2. Defending the pawn. Probably a good move. I approve of that. What to do now? E4 maybe? Or g5? Probably g5 is the way to go. Try to create a clash here. We want to open the position. g5, g4. John, would you like a horsey piece set for your OTB games? Yeah, what if there was a tournament where people had to use sets like this? It was required. That could be quite chaotic. Okay, we're getting there. The position's opening up. We're attacking the rook. Knight g4 maybe coming into the position. This looks like trouble for chess, yes. Check. King here. Okay. Nothing doing yet. Maybe pawn up. Pawn up, there's knight h4. Rook h1 might be a good defensive move, in fact. I mean, check feels pretty natural, but I don't see a good follow-up there. I might retreat the bishop, to be honest. Let's bring it back. Might just have to play this a little bit slower. The bishop was defended by the queen from c8. Ooh, e4? Fork? No worries, Lewis. Yeah, I think the World Championship starts in late November. Or early December, I don't remember. All right, let's go here. Try to set up g4 as a threat. Now if here, take in queen d4. I could maybe go for that. Because we played the Bongcloud in this game, and the king will go to f5. That's the beauty of it. Here comes the queen into the action. Thank you, Matty B. Oh, I was so ready to play king f5. I wanted that. Now we're just going to get a trade. But okay. Thanks for the game. Chess, yes. Yeah, that was a golden opportunity to take the pawn, either here or on the next move after king e7. Got to open the middle of the board against the Bongcloud, but a little bit too defensive. I think g4. G4 was probably opening up the position too much because I was able to take en passant. If I wasn't able to take en passant, that'd be a different thing, but I think here you got to play something like maybe knight e1, some counter-attacking move, although honestly I'm not liking white's position. Maybe e4. Maybe e4 is possible as the bishop's opened up here. All right. Well, thank you everyone for the games today. I appreciate it. This was Lichess Plays. And I'll probably be back again next week, maybe next Sunday again. So some interesting games. I like that game with the Lasker bishops lined up with knight takes e6 the best. I think that was a pretty instructive attack. And not one of you has taken me down yet. Let it be known. So study up this week. We need someone to do it, even for a draw. Yeah, take care. Thanks, CRC Clayton. Thank you, Potjam Knight, Strut. Thanks, Duffman, for tuning in. Steakhead Chess, Matt Bratt, Seatback, Pick Frick. Appreciate all you guys watching on Twitch and on YouTube as well. Good luck in your games, and have a good week, guys.